Today I'm going to show you guys how to be convincing through your energy. And for those of you guys who are new, my name is Ariel Niu. I talk about self and social dynamics, but I show you guys how to interact with others and with yourself really through your energy, your emotions, and expressions. Because our words, things that we say, things that we do, that all translates and manifests through our energy. And when I say energy, it's really our thoughts, our emotions, and our state of being. It's what's going on the inside. A lot of times when we are trying to convince someone else, we bring in a lot of force and aggression, and that really is just mirroring the fact that we're not fully secure in it, and we're attaching validation to another. If we're truly convinced in whatever we're trying to convince others of, then there's also this awareness and acceptance that even if they don't do what we want them to do or don't see things on eye to eye, we can still hold ourselves high and it's still okay. The highest intention and outcome shouldn't be attached to exactly how they will respond. Forced pressure and the need for approval and validation, what is that? It's the imbalances I always talk about, superiority and inferiority. And oftentimes when we're feeling triggered or reactive, it's both happening at the same time. So if you think about it, if we're trying to convince someone of something, or we're just trying to speak our opinion and have it be well received, when we start to force, when we start to put a lot of energy and force into it, and I still do it all the time, sometimes unconsciously, but that's why it's important to just catch ourselves and pull ourselves back. And sometimes consciously, we're really trying hard to state our opinion. Force aggression, please come to this, or this is how it should be, or can't you see that this is how it is? Any sort of a lot of force attachment, that's superiority. And often also inferiority, because when you're trying so hard, you're also trying to get them to see your point of view. You're trying to get them to approve you, trying to get them to validate you. It could be expressed in a superior way, or it can be expressed in an inferior way, but it's both of these imbalanced energies happening at the same time. Understanding the superiority and inferiority actually just makes it very clear to see that it is when we are detached, when we're intentional and certain, is when we're truly confident. We're truly able to just be convincing through our presence and our energy. So if we're imbalanced and we're holding attachment in our energy, then when we ask them to come, we're going to be doing something more like, can you please come? Can you please come? I really want you to come with me. Please come with me. Please don't let me go by myself. I don't want to go to this by myself. Or like, I really want you to come with me. It's going to be so good. Can you please come? See, that is more repelling. Or another way of being imbalanced and attached. Same example on invites would be like if they start to give us, okay, maybe they are interested, maybe they are coming, we start to confirm them to the T. Like, okay, then you're going to be here for sure, right? Like, you're coming, right? Like, okay, then make sure that then do you want to come with me earlier? Or maybe we can make a whole day out of it. You put a lot of pressure on it. That's still attachment energy. And so to be detached, we can still show our enthusiasm through our energy, through wanting them to come, through showing them that we really want them to come, but we're also not needing that to happen. And we remember that detachment is also a balance. It's not just not caring at all. Alert nonchalance is caring and not caring. So based on however they start to respond, we're going to continue to engage, and we can still be convincing. We can still say, hey, well, this event is going to be like, remember the last event? Remember that event we went to 2 weeks ago? It's hosted by the same people. We had so much fun, right? You're going to love it. And when we're truly detached, it's also actually when we can actually be more playful with these things too. And when we are playful, it's much more attractive to others. So the invite again, if they start to be hesitant because we're not attached, and whether they come or not, it's okay. I can go by myself or I can invite someone else. Then we can say things like, okay, well, you're missing out. It's going to be great. It's going to be free food and drinks, but it's all good. I'm just going to invite this person then. And when we state these things, it's going to be less triggering too. We're not offended. We're not trying to be defensive. It's just all good. And just lighter, playful, but intentional is already a very attractive energy for others on the receiving end, because they from what they see of you is you're very certain and you don't need them. Not in a bad way, but yeah, you don't need them, but you want them, but it's all good. And even if they don't, you're still going to have the best time. And that is the most convincing energy to have. So maintaining balance in our thoughts, emotions, and state of being and our intentions is going to be the most helpful in live moments. And it's this balance of me and you. That is how we're going to maintain this convincing but detached, alert, nonchalant energy. When I'm speaking, I'm going to be very clear and confident in what I want to say, and I'm going to find points that I know you'll love too. I'm going to be convincing. But then once you're responding, I'm also going to be open. I'm going to detach from the outcome, and it's all good too. I'm going to let go a lot. But then once it's my turn to speak, I'm also going to go back to being definitive. It's this flow. It's thoughts, emotions, intentions, and intentions are really, it's me and you, balancing and flowing between me and you. Because imbalance is if we start to think me too much. Me too much, that becomes forceful, aggressive. I need you to see it this way. You too much is the same thing, but on the other flip side of things. Please validate me, please approve me, or oh no, you're not giving me what I want. So when we're practicing balance, it's an active, fluid thing in these live moments where I'm watching my thoughts and emotions and intentions, and I'm coming back to me, stating my points, but then also giving you space to speak to, and then balancing between really wanting this, but also it's all good. Really wanting this, but also it's all good. So speaking of balance, now that we're entering summertime and many of us are traveling as well, if you guys would like to learn a new language in this balanced structure between intention and discipline, and also fun, ease, and flow, try LINGODA. LINGODA is an online language learning platform with over 755,000 classes a year. It's all online, but they have a really unique setup. So all the teachers are native level language speakers. And these classes are small group live video classes with 5 people or less. So the balance is really what I've experienced taking some French classes with LINGODA. It's not intimidating because it's small group and everyone there is basically a stranger, and I can pick and choose my classes whenever I want. But there's enough motivation and encouragement because it is small group and it's very interactive. So it keeps me wanting to be engaged. It keeps me wanting to learn. I almost feel a little bit of competitiveness inside me too because it's such a small group. But it's a great way for me to stay invested as well. And the curriculum is so well designed. All the topics are very relatable and versatile, and the things that you actually want to learn if you're wanting to speak a new language. So I have a special offer for you guys to try out LINGODA for free. So a 7-day free trial. So that's enough for you to take either 3 group classes or a single one-on-one class. And then you get 20% off your entire first month as well. So I have the link shown here on the screen, and a promo code that's also shown here and also in the description below. The link is try.lingoda, lingoda.com/Ariel, and your promo code is 20Ariel. And thank you so much, LINGODA, for being today's sponsor. We allow things to just be more too. So maybe the other party comes back with something and things are not set in stone yet. Because we're more detached and we're more so curious and thoughtful and we're open to listening to, we allow ourselves to have more time and space to process and simmer through all these points of discussion. And when we allow that space and time while keeping our highest intention in mind, a lot of times things just naturally work out. Maybe in the past, because we used to be reactive, attached, triggered, when things don't happen or people don't respond the way that we want, we automatically go to plan B, C, D in a way that's sacrificing ourselves, or we're trying to be even more forceful, and then we lose the entire opportunity completely. But when we're more detached, we allow for more time and space. And a lot of times, as long as we just observe while keeping our highest intention in mind and we communicated things that we desire initially, the time and space will just show and bring us what we want. Whether they first initially came back with a response that is not definitive yet, but we're not reactive, we just let it be, they might likely come back agreeing or saying yes to whatever we're trying to negotiate the terms on, because we are letting things go, but keeping ourselves high too. We're not trying to, oh, please them. Okay, then let me just give some more to you then. I'm just going to give some time and space. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to process it. I'm going to know what I want. And I'm also going to consider yours too, but I'm not going to rush. A lot of times things will just naturally work out. And again, through your energy, because you're not trying to chase, you're not trying to force. The other party feels that, again, whether it's something casual, whether it's something business, whether it's something personal, social, professional. You're always intentional. You're always confident. But everything is always okay, inside and out. Alert nonchalance. I'm able to regulate myself. I'm very intentional before interactions. I reflect on things. After interactions, I always reflect on things too, because I want to understand to the roots of what just happened. But from a place of non-judgment of myself and others, it's analytical. And during their interactions, I'm also regulating. In live moments with other people, if we start to think bad about another, or we start to judge them, or we think that they're judging us, thinking bad about us, we are creating that. We are creating that, and we will likely manifest it. So that's why I talk about balance so much. The balance, active flow, me standing up for me, confidence in these live interactions, and then also giving you capacity to speak, and I am genuine listening, and then coming back to me, going to you. This is to allow us to not dip into places where we start to question them or us, because we will manifest it. That is the power of our thoughts and emotions. So speaking to all of this, it goes back to our energy. And our energy, again, is our thoughts, our emotions, our intentions, and our state of being on the inside. That's why I always talk about intention, breathing, and balance. That is the trifecta. You guys can also book one-on-one coaching with me if you want personal support from me. It's also in the description below. That's it for today. Let me know in the comments below what you think, any feedback, any comments. I hope you guys know by now that this is all a game of energy. And when we are in doubt, just remember to see things from a new view. We just gotta see things from a new view. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.